All right, for all five of us who care about this kind of stuff, I have another three-pack bust of 1965 Dutch Gum HB series. As you can see, we have some stars on the front of these packs. Um, in all honesty, isn't actually ideal for the simple fact that these packs have like kind of an open window. There's no plastic or cellophane in there separating the card from the outside world there. So it's almost better to try to buy packs without a star showing on the top, in my opinion, just for the simple fact that the front cards get kind of banged up. As you'll see, this John Lennon card already, I see has got some surface flaws and scuffs. It will not gem. There's no possible way. I will probably be sending some of these to PSA. Even in lower grades, they still have value. But I knew that going in, and I made a deal with the seller. Same seller I bought the other 5 packs from, by the way, which were all legit and are at PSA right now being graded. So buy with confidence when you see these on eBay. These are legit packs. They're true new old stock, so to speak, and they're worthwhile. You get the right stars in these packs. People just love the celebrity cards these days, and I don't see that slowing down at all. So you get the right guys, especially when they're graded. It could bring a nice payday for you, or be a nice collectible to hold on to, and I'm sure it'll just gain value. I mean, these cards are from the '60s. And these are packed fresh. But like I said, beware when you, if the card on the front is the one you're really after, it might not be in your best interest to buy that pack. Maybe just buy the single, or, I don't know. Just buyer beware. The front cards generally will have some sort of damage through that little window. All right, so as you can see, we have a pack with John Lennon on top. We have two packs that appear to be the same. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be an expert again like I did in the last video, making a fool out of myself. But yeah, we'll see if what I expect comes out of these. I'm not sure. I'm not going to say it ahead of time just to save face a little bit, but I have an idea of what to expect, but we won't know for sure until it's open. So let's get on with it. Finally, 2.5 minutes into this. All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and open the John Lennon pack first here. You can see here, yeah, a little. Can't see it very. I guess you can't see it here very good at all, but there's scuffing. There it is. He got a scuff right through his mouth there. I don't think it's a crease, but it's not the best. Let's see here. How did these open again? I think it was something like this. Get in here with my knife this time. I think I said pocket watch. I can't find my pocket watch on the other video. I meant pocket knife. All right, let's see here. Oh yeah, all right. So, well, I'm learning these. All right. Hopefully, anybody else who has any, doubts or thoughts about these packs, it's helping you too. All right. So here's the unopened pack. It's almost kind of like it's almost like a little cardboard box. I don't think I featured that too well in my last video. So, alrighty, here we go. Set them down here, and yeah, I really got racked on this. This John Lennon is beat. This thing is beat up. Well, I got the other card behind. It's kind of stuck there. Alrighty. There's John Lennon. I don't think this one will be going out to grading. That's just, you can see that whole border, the whole window there is kind of indented, and then you got also a scuff across his face, right, all clear across the card. It's not quite a crease, but it would definitely qualify as a wrinkle. Well, maybe not. It might just be a scuff. But then again, there's a little indentation back here. It might be a true crease. Either way, I'll be putting this one on ComC. So hopefully they do their job and list it properly, because it is not gradable. It looks okay, from a distance, but it's not gradable. It won't be going out. Here we go. We got an Elvis Presley card here. It's off-centered. Little damage at the top, slightly there, it looks like. And you know, it's actually kind of folded as well. I hope it wasn't because of the way he shipped them. Wasn't the safest shipping, I wouldn't say, this time around. But those front two cards are a little bit iffy there. We got here, got Anne Margaret, animated version, and Pebbles Flintstone. All right. Decent shape. I don't think I'll send that one off for grading, though. Let's see here, we got J. Carroll Nash. Maybe it's a misspell. I don't know. This one appears to be in pretty darn good shape. That's, from what I see right here, that's pristine. So I don't know who he is, so I don't think I will send that off to grade, but that is definitely a 10 contender right there. There we go. And we have Henry and George Jetson. Obviously, you see George is missing the E. This is a pretty neat little card, I guess. Off-centered, but sharp all around, and could be a 9 contender, actually. I don't think that obviously wouldn't a 10. It's not quite up to PSA standards for centering on the 10 there. However, still might be worthwhile to send in. And here's a decent one here. Oh, we got two of them stuck together again, don't we, here? There we go. Another Elvis. So we got a Beatle and 2 Elvis cards out of this pack here. Can't complain about that, even though that John Lennon is destroyed. Oh, you got kind of a ghosted image of Audrey Hepburn's face on the back of this. Interesting. All right. That Elvis I probably wouldn't send out for grading. This is a slight bit of damage on this one too, but not too bad. These are fun rips either way. But I'm hoping for pack fresh stuff to send off to PSA, obviously. But there's Audrey Hepburn, considered one of the greatest actresses in history of the America, anyway. We got Rory Calhoun. Name rings a bell. I don't remember who he is. That's in pretty darn good shape. Probably going to ComC as well. Alrighty. This is just a one. We got Eric Fleming. I had a card with him and Clint Eastwood in the other batch of packs I bought. I think he's from Prairie or Gunsmoke or, one of those. And there we go. We got an Anne Margaret. And as you can see, it's got a gouge, 2 gouges in the front here. That'll be going to ComC as well. The back doesn't have any indentations like some of the other packs I bought. But obviously that's not mint. I wouldn't think that would be gradable, especially with PSA and their, they don't grade well with surfaces. It's not a crease, it looks like it, but it's really just kind of a scratch. I'm assuming a factory imprint of some sort there. Alrighty. Pack number 2. So this is pack HB11. Just like, I got 2 of the same pack here, as you can see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we do better than that last one. Way more damaged cards than I expected out of that pack, being pack fresh. Yeah, it wasn't shipped quite up to my standards, but wasn't the worst shipping I've ever seen either. All right, as you can see here, we got some more indentations here on the front of this card. We got Ringo Starr and George Harrison. Not going to be gradable, but we'll be going out to ComC, and anybody who's watching this, it'll be available. I'll 5 of you. But remember, if you do buy from me, you know, there's a little bit of condition issue there for sure. Bobby Crawford. I'm assuming that's a misspelling as well. Okay. I do not know who he is. It's in decent shape. Not quite gradable, I don't think. Plus, I don't know who he is, so I don't see the point. I can't get any grading done, I don't think, for under $19 a card right now, especially on these. Here we go. Elke Summer. Elka. Don't know for sure. Assuming an actress, or maybe she could be possibly a Dutch star. I don't know. But this is what we're looking for right here. This is the reason I bought this lot, and that looks pretty darn good. I think that has a really good chance of coming back as a 9. This one will be going to grading. As you can see, this is about the earliest card of Mick Jagger you can get, from what I've seen so far. So this is what it was all about. This is why I bought this 3-pack lot. I should not have bought the pack with John Lennon on it. The pack did have inside what I was expecting it to have. And just based on that alone, I shouldn't have bought that pack, knowing that there was probable, I should say, damage to the front card. And obviously the front card was John Lennon, which ended up being the best card in the pack, which was exactly what I expected. But shouldn't have done that, but I'd sent the man an offer, and you know, my word is important, and I wasn't going to go back on what I offered. I did a little research afterwards and found out that wasn't the best idea, but I wasn't going to renege on the offer that I sent the guy. So, you know, we're doing good business together. I'm not going to step on his toes in that way, and hopefully I can recoup, you know, the cost of the pack one way or the other. Here we go. We got Steve Forrest. Apologies, I'm blabbering a little bit again here. Steve Forrest, I'm not sure who he is, but that's in pretty good shape. Can't complain. E.G. Marshall. Now, I know this guy from, he's familiar to me from the movie Creepshow. That happens to be it's kind of a, believe it or not, a New Year's Eve tradition for me to watch Creepshow every year, basically, unless I'm out and about, which hasn't been often, I'm willing to admit. But I'll watch this movie if I'm home. You know, sometimes it could be after midnight. You might actually be talking the first of the year by the time I pop it in. But either way, like that movie a lot. There's a strange story behind that, but I won't go into that. Not anything anyone would want to hear. Fred Flintstone and Margaret, animated version again, and Barney Rubble. That's in very good shape. Probably another 9 candidate. I don't know for sure. Maybe an 8. There's a kind of a line along the edge of it, but it looks pretty good. And here we go. Everybody's favorite TV dog. Got Lassie. Lassie and Family. I don't know who any of those folks are, but kind of some strange surface stuff, but for the most part in very good shape. I don't know how they go about grading the backs of these. I guess I'll find out when I get my submission returned. Wilma Flintstone. So I'm getting a whole bunch of cartoons this time around. Whole bunch of toon characters. Alrighty. There you go, Wilma. And William Holden. From another one of those Western shows, I'm assuming. Pretty darn good shape. And doesn't appear to be much, if any, issue on the back of that one, too. So sometimes the cards in the back of the pack will have a little damage as well. But as you can see, the centering is not ideal on that. That'll be ComC as well. All right, here we go. The last pack here. Get in here with the knife so I don't tear them all apart like I did the first time. Well, hopefully this is the same as the last pack, because that was kind of the game plan going in. Hoping to get the Mick Jagger, make it worthwhile. Last time I was obviously after the Clint Eastwood, if you watch the video. Well, this one's, you still got you can see the window, the indentation of the window there. And he's got to go through the mail too, so, I might have to drop him a letter and mention something about shipping these a little better next time. Indentation, but overall, that's in pretty good shape. Otherwise, I don't know how hard PSA would knock that, but I don't know if I'm willing to take the chance on that one or the other. Okay, here we go again. This is Bobby Crawford again. It's in better shape than the last one a little bit. Still very nice. Alrighty, we got a pack fresh Elk Summer again, Elka. Here she is. And there we go. Not as good centered as the other one, but we still got a very, very, very early Mick Jagger card here. And there's a little bit of an indentation on the edge. Actually, I think it's just a little bit bigger than it normally should be. I'm going to say this one's a little bigger than the other. So, either way, it's in pretty good shape. I think I'll send them both out. Steve Forrest. I don't think, well, the one has a chance at a 10, I think, but the other one, I think would be a 9. Steve Forrest once again. Here we are, back to Mr. E.G. Marshall. So this did actually go the way I expected to this time. I'm gonna have to chill out on buying some of these old packs a little bit, though. If they're not going to get here in good shape, then, well, I'm saying if the cards aren't coming out of the packs and, at least close to mint shape, then it doesn't end up being worth it to buy them, to send them off to grade them, and then therefore, you can't really make that investment. I sell cards, so I'm a collector as well, but mostly sell. Fred Flintstone and Margaret again, Barney Rubble. And here we go, Lassie and Family again. But it is definitely so cool to be able to open up these packs from, these packs are 60 years old, Wilma Flintstone. So, it's your best bet to get sharp copies of any of this stuff, one way or the other. Buying stuff raw, it's hit or miss if it's not graded, obviously. And then you got William Holden here at the end again. It was just the same collation in both packs, exactly the same order, I believe. Anybody watching this would know better than I would right now, but there you have it. Got a couple Elvis Presley cards, got 3 Beatles cards, 2 Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger. Might be the earliest card of his. I'm not positive. Don't quote me on that, but from what I've researched, I haven't found anything much, if at all, that was earlier than that. But there you have it. That's what you're dealing with if you buy these packs. They can be a very good buy. I'd suggest doing some research first to find out what the contents of the pack would be. I think they're not always what you're expecting to be, but you can do a little bit of research and get somewhat of an idea of what to expect. Anyhow, thanks for watching.